Is it possible for Ripple's XRP to hit $100 plus in the future? Is that even feasible? Those are questions that we will answer in today's video, and I did a lot of research and it took me a lot of time to get this all prepared and my thought process in line, because you're gonna have to follow my thought process to see exactly how we can hit $100 plus, and you have to watch all the way through so you understand where I'm coming from. And before we get into it, before we start diving deep into Ripple XRP, make sure you smash the like button, everyone, and subscribe. A lot of you are not subscribed to my channel. Why should you subscribe? Because we literally speak about Ripple XRP almost every single day, and other cryptocurrencies as well. So you'll get some value out of my channel. So tap the like button, subscribe, do those two things real quick, and let's keep going. So how can Ripple XRP hit $100 plus? A couple days ago, we spoke a little bit about the path to 589. I cannot find the video. It's right here actually. And there are two paths. The first one being Ripple would burn over half of their supply. So it is possible, and Brad Garlinghouse has confirmed in the past that Ripple could burn about $61 billion worth of XRP tokens, and that would equate to about 105% of the circulating supply that we have today. So that would take away half of the total supply. And again, you have to watch all the way through so you understand my thought process, and all of this will come together. So just stay patient. The next path and the next catalyst to push us above $100 would be a supply shock from the lawsuit, because a lot of people and lawyers are saying that if Ripple comes out victorious, they might have to stop issuing tokens because it would look shady if they continue to sell their tokens. So they would probably have to stop for a couple years, and then our next way of hitting $100 plus is our XRP burn. So for each transaction, there is 0.00001 XRP that is burned, and this can change actually, because if you look on the XRP website itself, you will see that this network transaction fee will actually change every couple of seconds. Like when I was doing my research, it hit like 0.005. So the network transaction fee was really high for some reason. But let's just say we don't even have to calculate how much tokens have been burned till now, because CoinMarketCap does it for us. It says the max supply is 100 billion tokens, but right now we have 99.99 billion tokens. So that means 10 million tokens have been burned in the 8-year history of Ripple's XRP. You see, the network fee changed just now, but anyways, let's take 99.99 billion tokens and subtract the number of tokens in the XRP escrow account, which is 47.6 billion. So let's do that math real quick. 99.99 billion minus 47.6 billion leaves us with about 52 billion tokens. So there has been 10 million XRP tokens that have been burned since 2013. And yeah, that sounds like a lot, but comparing it to the total amount of circulating supply of 52 billion, it's minuscule. It's not even material to this calculation. So let's take 52 billion and multiply that by $100, right? You would get a market cap of $5 trillion. That's what XRP would have to hit for each token to hit $100 plus. 5 trillion, okay? And why is that feasible? Why is that doable? For a couple reasons actually. Bitcoin is right now at around 700 billion, and there are a lot of well-known people saying that Bitcoin can hit $10 trillion, okay? Now, I personally believe Ripple's XRP is much more useful in day-to-day life and in the business world than Bitcoin, and I have this chart to prove it. The red line is Ripple XRP's transaction, and the blue line is Bitcoin's transaction. So you can see that XRP is much more scalable, it's much more widely adopted, much more used than Bitcoin. So if supposedly Bitcoin can hit $10 trillion according to these market experts, then why can't Ripple's XRP hit at least $5 trillion in the next 30 years? There should be no reason why we can't do it. If anything, it is possible. And another reason is this. Compare Apple to XRP. I know they're not a competitor, like you can't really compare them in many ways, but we can compare them in the terms of market cap growth over decades. So Apple right now is the #1 company in the whole world in terms of market cap valuation, sitting at around $2.2 trillion. And I did the math back 29 years ago from today, because we are looking 29 years ahead for XRP. So let's go 29 years back for Apple, okay? They were sitting at around 50 cents. And I've done the math already. That's about a 230 time multiple. So what does that mean? So if we take the $2.2 trillion market cap that Apple is sitting at right now and divide that by about 230, because that's how many times the stock has gone up in 29 years. It's gone up 230 times. You will get a market cap of only 9.5 million. So think about it. Apple, like literally the company that I'm using to record this video, like the phone right now is Apple. Like you all know what Apple is. Went from less than $10 million in terms of market cap to over 2 trillion. Now imagine in 1990, if someone told you that, you would be like, you're out of your mind. Are you serious? Like you're crazy. You should go check in a hospital or something. Like that's what people would have told you. Like if I told you literally Apple would go from less than $10 million to over 2 trillion, you'd think I'm crazy. You think I'm crazy. So that's part of the reason why I believe that Ripple's XRP can easily go from 40 billion, right now it's sitting at, around 40 billion, so not 10 million, 40 billion to 5 trillion, which is about double the amount of Apple. And yes, you can say that Apple is selling to almost every single person in the whole world, but Ripple's XRP is in a huge market, and we have this article to prove that. Some famous investor, Raoul Paul, basically he's very rich, and he speaks about the potential market cap that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins can capture. And there is a 4 quadrillion per annual market for settlements. 4 quadrillion. You know how much that is? Each quadrillion is 1,000 trillion. So imagine if XRP is in charge of this settlement industry. $5 trillion market cap is nothing at this point, literally nothing. And again, you need to look towards the future, decades in the future, so you can have a realistic timeline. I'm not saying that it's going to happen overnight. I'm not going to say it's happening in the 2021 bull run, because it's not going to happen now. Like, I love Ripple's XRP, but it's probably not going to happen. We're not going to hit $100 plus anytime soon. It's going to be in decades, in years, okay? But it is possible. And not only that, there is the total equities market is at around $70 trillion. Total debt market is $260 trillion. So you add up all this together, and $5 trillion for XRP is nothing. In a couple decades, we can easily hit that. And if we take $52 billion again and times it, and this is how much XRP we would have after the burn, after this potential burn right here. Yes, okay, so this is 99.99 billion minus 47.6 billion leaves us with 52 billion. Let's multiply that by the $589 prediction that the Simpsons had. Now, that would put us at a $30 trillion market cap for XRP. Yes, again, that seems like it's impossible. But remember, impossible is spelt I am possible. I'm possible. So anything is possible. Okay? We can hit $30 trillion in market cap in a couple decades. if, this is a key point, only if, like if you get anything out of this video, we can only hit that if Ripple's XRP is in charge of these debt markets, of these derivative markets, of these settlement layer markets, all those things. If they are the intermediary between countries and financial institutions and corporations, if they are the intermediary, if everyone has to go through Ripple, then yes, 30 trillion is doable. $589 per XRP is doable in a couple decades, if that can happen. So keep that in mind. And if anyone tells you that it's impossible for a company or your investment to do 100x, just show them Apple. Show them that in a couple decades, look how far up it's come. And Apple is nothing compared to Bitcoin, for example, in the 2010 decade, or Amazon. Amazon has actually returned better returns since the 2000 bubble crash. So Apple is not the best in terms of risk reward, but it's the biggest in terms of market cap. And that's why we used it as an example. And again, the only way that XRP can hit 589, let alone $100, let's say, is if, number one, they burn half of their supply. They get rid of it. Number two, the transactions continue to go up. And people around the world, companies, corporations, financial institutions, countries start using XRP because they will notice that, hey, this chart right here shows us that XRP is much more useful than Bitcoin, for example. So once adoption goes through the roof, and once the number of circulating supply goes down tremendously, that's when we can see $100 plus. And everyone, remember, you should have a long horizon. You should not be investing just for a couple months. No, there's nothing wrong with taking profit at the end of the bull run. If we get totally out of control, take some profit, sure. Do you agree with me that it is possible? And is there anything that I've missed from the mechanics of things? Like, number one, we have to reduce the supply. Number two, we have to increase the utility. We have to keep making more transactions. Number three, we need to increase adoption. Countries, corporations have to start using Ripple's XRP. And then we can hit $100 plus. That is my prediction. Do you agree? If you got any value out of this, leave a like down below. And if I missed anything again, also comment down below. And one last thing, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Why? Because we speak about your favorite investment every single day. Sometimes multiple times a day I speak about Ripple's XRP. And then we also speak about SingularityNet, Hedera Hashgraph, some other cryptocurrencies. So make sure you join us. We have a long way to go in the 2021 bull run. And I'll be here hopefully for decades. Hopefully we can hit $589 together as one family in decades from now. And I'll be here with you the whole way through. So that's why you should subscribe. Again, there's a lot of you that are not subscribed, and that's why I'm trying to reiterate, like, please subscribe. Go ahead and do it. Like, there's no reason why you should not be subscribed. So do those two things real quick. Like, subscribe. I appreciate you all. And leave a comment also down below if you agree with me. If you don't, I want to hear what you all have to say. And until next time, Mr. Mufleh, out.